Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Razorbacks offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
If you want to make a statement in a football game, that's how you do it. On your first offensive snap, you go 75 yards and score a touchdown. They have shown up. They are ready to go. Everybody, I think, in shock in the stadium right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pope. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have locked down corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes, because you're just asking to get picked off.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want...
Makes the catch on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Breaks the tackle, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. You couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown down the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Manziel. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance. And when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking. They get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, picks.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Jackson. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to Europe?
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm finding more ways to get this guy the football. I feel like he is just a home run waiting to happen. We saw it in his last game when he had over 100 rushing yards. He's almost at the 100-yard mark now.
Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. On the move. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second and goal. On the run, it's Riley. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart.
And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Jackson going to throw it. Finds his tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
It's a reverse. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air. It's Woodhead. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought big play coming. Just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
And they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Quarterback checking off. Wide out in motion. Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back to throw, it's Woodhead. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw Blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Just ran him over.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. Can't get him to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been hung up.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Goes to the option. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
Wants to throw. It's Woodhead. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. On to attempt the try.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up 14 over UCF. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Jackson will throw. Finds his big tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Going up top on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that. Put a little...
Oh, the ball's on the ground. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Still on his feet. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown, they cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he's got it at the 30. Tackled, but he has a first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Pulls it in. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Good right down the boulevard. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. The returner will field it and bring it back. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Trying to get the corner. And he'll be brought down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable, trying to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Scanning the field, it's Woodhead. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Now on the option. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That kind of speed behind center is a weapon that almost any defense will have trouble stopping.
No doubt about it, Reese. They need this guy to carry the ball at least 15 times a game because of that speed you just talked about. You just saw what this guy can do out in the open field. There's not a lot of running backs out there that have speed like he does. Man, what a weapon.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass, it's Woodhead. Got his man on the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. they were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Short completion along the sideline will be enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Might as well give it to him again. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, and the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking deep down the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Washington. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for room. It's Wiley. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Here comes the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jess, and you got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Jackson will throw. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. The defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the... Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the ground. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got his man in the middle.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going for it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on it.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They've got got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done
another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. How about the defensive end understanding football? Understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it.
Brings up 2nd down.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the offense gets the ball back in a rather unceremonious end to this game. When you know you have a team outclassed,